Hey everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to make collard greens with brown butter cornbread. This recipe is absolutely delicious and easy to make, so let's get started with the video. Begin by cleaning 1.5 pounds of collard greens. I'm using shredded collard greens from a bag, but you can always just get your own collard greens and chop them up however you like. Once you're finished cleaning your collard greens, set them to the side. Next, cut the meat off of a smoked turkey leg. When you've finished cutting the meat off your turkey leg, set your meat to the side. Now, in a large pot over medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1/2 cup of diced onions. Saute your onions for about 2 minutes. Then add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And then let that cook for about 1 minute. Once your onions and garlic have cooked, add 2 cups of chicken broth. Then add your smoked turkey. Let your turkey cook in the chicken broth for about 20 to 30 minutes. Once that time is up, you can go ahead and add your collard greens. After adding your collard greens, let it cook down for about 5 minutes. After you've done that, add 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Next, let your collard greens simmer over medium-low heat for about 30 minutes with the lid on. Once the 30 minutes are up, add 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Then mix everything together until well combined. Also, by this point, you can take out the pieces of smoked turkey and shred them up a bit more and place them back into the pot. By the way, I didn't add any salt because there was enough salt coming from the turkey leg and my broth, but if your collard greens need salt, go ahead and add some. Then let it simmer for about 10 to 15 more minutes. And that's it! You have made collard greens. You can go ahead and lower the heat once your collard greens have finished cooking. Give it a taste and add any other seasonings that you think it might need. Now that we've finished making the collard greens, let's move on to making the brown butter cornbread. In an iron skillet, melt 1 stick of butter. Once your stick of butter has melted, continue to cook the melted butter until it turns brown and has a nutty aroma. Next, pour your brown butter through a strainer. Then set your brown butter aside and let it cool to room temperature. Next, in a large bowl, sift 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 cup of flour, 6 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Using a spatula, create a well in the middle of your dry ingredients. In another bowl, add 2 eggs and your brown butter. Whisk your brown butter and your eggs together until well combined. And then add 1½ cups of buttermilk. Whisk everything together until well combined. Then add your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. Whisk everything together until just combined. Now add your cornbread batter into your iron skillet. It should still have some melted butter on the inside, but you can always add more melted butter on the inside or on the sides of your iron skillet if you feel like it needs more, before adding your cornbread batter. Smooth the top of your batter and then place your cornbread into the oven at 400 degrees and let it bake for 23 minutes. And this is what it should look like when you're finished. Allow your cornbread to cool for about 10 to 15 minutes before serving. And this is the finished result. Everything came out wonderfully. The cornbread and the collard greens both tasted great. Okay, so I wanted to mention a few things. With the smoked turkey, you can add the bone in your pot if you like. I know some people like to add the bone. I just didn't add it because it didn't fit inside the pot, so I just added the meat. I used shredded collard greens because my mom told me that's how my grandma made her collard greens, so I just wanted to do the same thing. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching the video. Everything I used in this video will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!